We're in Baltimore.
Yes, that's right.
We're in Greektown.
Oh, there's lots of this terraced flat roof buildings.
They have a very large city park that just keeps going.
We're driving into Baltimore. We're going to go to the Polish district because we want to go to a Polish delicatessen to pick up some snacks. And the reason we're doing this is because on my mother's side, my grandparents were Polish, and after the Second World War, they were given the option of emigrating to the United Kingdom, Australia, France, or the United States. The place they were given the option to emigrate to in the United States was Baltimore. Of course, my grandfather had watched films about gangsters, so ruled out the United States for that reason. So we're going to see if the gangsters are there. They have a Ukrainian centre, which is close, but not close enough. That is Budownicze Kościuszki. Yep, that is not only Polish National Alliance. Okay, this is the right way. So I think we're quite central in Baltimore. These buildings are mainly two-storey here. I think these are houses and they go right onto the street. So this sort of reminds me of Victorian terraced houses.
Well, Baltimore is probably a much older city. It's right on the coast and one of the original colonies.
And it was named after Lord Baltimore, but that all just died out for some reason. There isn't a Lord Baltimore. I think or is it Baron Baltimore? And here's someone that sells pierogi.
Because I have a friend.
This is the Polish delicatessen that's meant to be the best one on the East Coast. They actually have Polish newspapers. Dzień dobry. Jak się masz? Oh, Espanol. Are you actually from Poland? Okay. Are there lots of Polish people still around here? Are there people who speak Polish?
Yeah, here they teach Polish in the Polish church, but only on Saturdays.
Okay, so the lady in the shop, who's actually from Poland, said that we should visit Annapolis, and that was very nice. But it's very useful talking to her because you get a sense, especially from people who have just arrived, they give you a sort of more honest appraisal of the place they're living. I saw a no loitering sign in a doorway and wondered what it was. Then I saw another one, and then I saw people loitering, sitting in the doorway, having a chat. We're fairly central, and as we move out, it is quite stark. There isn't as much space on the sidewalk. They have some art.
Downtown Baltimore.
For that, someone nearly tried to run into us, but he failed. They have a clock tower.
What do you think of Baltimore, Chris?
Even though there look like there's some nice bits, there also look like there are less nice bits. It's quite big, quite crowded. I think my grandparents, it was probably the right thing for them to choose Reading, England, than here. We didn't see any gangsters though, so I don't think that's true. So we're entering into Annapolis. Yes, this looks quite good. This has a big roundabout, and I think that's the state capital. But look at that roundabout and the spiral thing. This is laid out in a sort of more European way, I think. This sort of looks like, at least the dimensions are the size of the high streets that you would get in, probably in Brighton. There's lots of one-way streets, cobbled, the ground's made of bricks, everything's close together. To a lot of people this would look attractive, but I think that this might remind us too much of the thing that we are trying to get out of. It looks very nice here. They've got orangey cliffs as well. Maryland plants nice trees in the middle of the highway. We're spending the evening in a motel in Maryland, and there's this rattle noise outside our motel. Listen. That's insects.
Does anyone know what they are and if this is normal? I haven't heard these before.
They're an organised, synchronised army of insects making a massive rattle sound.
So middle of July, Maryland. What are these?
We're going out to investigate. That is very loud. They're taking turns. What's that thing in singing?
I don't know about singing, but they're replying. The closer we get to the trees, the louder it gets.
I thought it was a machine. I don't like this.
No.